Hey guys, what's up? I am back to do another video, and this time it was a request from my daughter and some of her folks that watch her videos. She does a lot of eating videos in her car, mukbangs. And someone had said, where did you get that table that you use in your car? And of course my daughter Steph Pappas, if you haven't checked out her videos, go check them out. She said her dad made it. So I'm going to show you guys how I made this table that you can utilize in your car for whatever, for maybe a mukbang, or maybe just a utility table, stick your laptop on it, whatever it may be. And there's probably many ways of doing it. I'm not an expert carpenter, but I can definitely tell you the way I've done it works great. You can use plywood for a surface for the top, or you can use reclaimed wood. So in the past I would have extra pallets laying around. I've been doing a lot of craft projects with pallets. So I would take a pallet, pallet wood. You have to separate it from the pallet board itself, and it's kind of a bear to do. But once you get it off and you put these boards aside, you can do all kinds of projects with it. So I'm going to create the top of this utility table using 2 pieces of pallet board, or you can simply cut a piece of plywood and do the same thing. That's the ugly side. And you can use this too, whatever you want. Obviously this is kind of ugly. You'd want to paint that or put some kind of paper design over it. Or you want to keep it rustic and you'd leave the pallet wood. And I think the rustic look looks good. So what you got to do first is go into your car and measure the width of your armrest between your seats. So basically you go between the seats, you got your armrest, and you go ahead and you measure the gap. I measured mine, I need 10 inches width. So what I've done, just to save a lot of time, and that way you guys don't see me messing around with the drills and screws, things like that, I pre-drilled, pre-sized all my pieces of wood. So my pieces of wood that I'm working on are going to be 18 inches wide, and I cut some legs out, and these legs are about 16 inches long, and I needed 4 of them, and you can see there's angles at the top, and I'll explain to you why they're there. And I already pre-drilled the holes. And then you have to have a way to support these arms, or these legs I should say, and you mount them to the bottom of the table. Why don't I go ahead and get started? Once I start putting this all together, it's going to come, you'll be like, oh, light bulb. I know exactly what I'm doing with regards to how it's going to look for you. So let's get started. I'm going to be using screws instead of nails, and I'll explain here in a second. All right, the top of the table. So basically what I did was put braces under the table. These braces are going to connect the legs. So these legs are going to get connected just like this. Each corner itself is going to get a screw, and the screw is going to attach into the leg. So all I did here was drill holes, pre-drill holes into the braces. Not really matters, exactly where you want to put it. Just stick it towards the end. Think of it as a table. So here we go. 4 screws, a washer, and a nut. It's kind of funny how often Stephanie has eating videos in her car. So this comes in handy for her. She keeps hers in her trunk when she needs to use it. And it's probably a lot safer than trying to eat on your lap. Man, I'm due to get a Swenson burger. It's been a while since we had one of those, Stephanie. We're due. How about Krispy Kreme with the donuts with the cream in the center now, the regular originals? That came out yesterday. I wonder if anybody tried those. Those looked really good. So you get the idea, right? So now this is going to go between your armrest, between the seats. The actual seats itself and the armrest are going to keep this thing from moving. So it's actually quite good. And then the width, like I had said, right here, 10 inches. So that's why I attached these things, these braces, and gave myself 10-inch width. I didn't fully tighten the screws here, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. Fully tighten them, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like in the car. I have a screwdriver this time, and that way it's nice and tight and snug them in there. Just notice I put these on the wrong side. I want this to be on the outside. So I'm going to reverse these guys here. Getting thirsty, it's working up a sweat here. Check out the glass. Mama Pappas got that for me. How you like my shirt? Stephanie got this one for me. I'm going to take this to the car. I'm going to show you guys how it actually sits in there and it works. Let's take this show on the road. So here I am in my car. And so now you wonder, how the heck do you get this table in here? So like I said, I measured my armrest. 10 inches wide is what I needed to be on the outside of my legs. All right, here's the table that we put together. Here's the legs, 10 inches width to account for the width of the armrest. Basically, now what you need to do is slide it in here. Boom. That's it. So obviously the legs here, down here and here, you can make those any length you'd like. Obviously mine, I've made them for about 16 inches. You can make them a little higher, obviously. It's quite a good height that it is right now. So I would say, I'd give my daughter a call, Steph, and say, hey Steph, time to do a mukbang. And let's go get some Swenson burgers, or too bad we don't have an In-N-Out where we live, because I'd be on top of that in a second. Alright guys, well I hope you liked the video. I hope it gave you an idea. So enjoy, have some fun next time you're eating in your car. See you guys.